Hi, I'm Jenny Jewell, a retired emergency dispatcher. Welcome to Call Autopsy, where we listen to a 911 call and I help you break it down. This one comes from Jefferson County 911 from 1999. From a very brave person, Patti Neilson. Let's go ahead and give this a listen and we'll break this down together.
Jefferson County 911.
Yes, I am a teacher at Columbine High School. There is a student here with a gun. He has shot out a window. I believe one student shot. I've been
Columbine High School.
I don't know what's in my shoulder. If it was just some raspy or what.
Okay, has anybody been injured, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And the school is in a panic. And I'm in the library. I've got students down under the table, kids. Heads under the table. Kids are screaming. Some of the teachers are, trying to take control. We need police here.
Okay, we're getting them there.
Police here.
Who is the student, ma'am?
I do not know who the student is.
Okay.
I saw a student outside. I was in hold earlier, God. Okay. I was on hold duty. I saw a gun. I said, what's going on out there? And he said, oh, it's probably some video production. It's probably a joke. I said, well, I don't think that's a good idea. And I went walking outside. I think he was down to see what was going on. He turned the gun straight at us and shot. And my God, the window went out. And the kid standing there with me, I think he got hit.
Okay.
Something in my shoulder.
Okay. We've got help on the way, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Stay on the line with me.
Oh, God. Kids, just stay down.
Do we know where he's at?
I'm sorry?
Do we know where he's at?
Okay. I'm in the library. He's upstairs. He's right outside of here.
He's outside?
He's outside of this hall.
Outside of a hall or outside?
In the hall.
Okay.
There are alarms and things going off now. Smoke. My God, smoke is like coming into this room.
Okay.
I've got the kids under the table here. I don't know what's happening in the rest of the building. I've also got smoke in the building. I don't know. I'm sure someone has to be calling 911 beside
Yes,
me.
we've got a lot of people on. Okay. I just want you to stay in the line with me. We need to know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay?
I am on the floor.
Okay. And you've got the kids
in the
there?
library. And I've got every student in this library on the floor. You better stay on the floor.
Is there any way you can lock the doors?
Smoke is coming in from out there, and I'm a little afraid. The gun is right outside the library door, okay? I don't think I'm going to go out there.
Okay, you're at Columbine High School?
I got 3 children.
Okay, we got it.
Okay? I'm not going to go to the door to shut the door, okay? I've got the kids on the floor. I got all the kids in the library on the floor.
We have paramedics, we have fire, and we have police en route, okay, sir?
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
I don't know. I can't believe he's not out of bullets. He just keeps shooting and shooting and shooting.
Okay, yeah, we've got a police officer on scene.
I thought it was.
Okay, just try and keep the kids in the library calm.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can block the door so no one can get in?
I do not.
Okay.
I guess I can try to go, but he's right outside that door. I'm afraid to go to the door.
That's okay.
That's where he is. I'm not afraid to go there. Okay?
That's okay.
Okay, I told the kids to get on the floor. I told them to get under the table. All of the children are on the floor under the table. Yeah, they're all under the tables.
Okay.
And
as long as we can just try and keep...
No one's saying a word.
Okay, as long as we can keep everyone there as calm as we can.
I hear some yelling out there going on right now.
Yeah, we've got alarms going off now as well.
Yeah, there's alarms. This room is filled with smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep everyone low to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's up. Okay. Everyone stay on the floor. Stay on the floor. Stay under the table.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I know, just...
I don't know. I didn't... I said, what is that kid got? He was outside at the time. And I was on call duty. Oh, God. He was crying. He was like, woo-woo-woo.
I know.
Things are being shut off. I do not know who the student was. I don't even think I saw him. He was wearing black. He didn't look very large. Male student. He was out there shooting. It looked like he was climbing out and shooting. And somebody, I said, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
I said, what's going on out there? Just wiretap gun. It's probably for video production. You know, they do these video
right.
And the kids, I said, well, that's not, a play gun, a real gun. I was going out there to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, oh, my God, that was really close. That was
okay. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Patti.
Patti?
She's yelling everybody get up right now. Please go to the library. She's saying everybody get up right now.
Okay.
Please, Okay, I'm in the library shooting at students to the lady that I have in the library on the phone.
Okay, try and keep as many people down as we can. Okay. Do you know who he is? Okay.
All right, so let's go ahead and break this down. And yes, it is intense.
Jefferson County 911.
Yes,
All right, so their answer up is Jefferson County 911.
I'm a teacher at Columbine High School.
All right, so this is where we get two things at the same time, and that can happen. I'm a teacher at Columbine High School, so it's a rough who and very specific where.
There is a student here with a gun.
And now we know a what? Student with a gun.
He was shot out a window.
Shot out a window.
I believe one kid.
And in the background, you can hear other calls coming in about the same incident. And it's not as loud as it's going to get later because this is an MCI, mass casualty incident. And the longer things go on with MCIs, the more calls you're going to get.
Columbine High School.
So she's telling the dispatcher where her call is at.
I don't know what's in my shoulder. If it was just a last week or what.
Okay, so the caller just stated while the call receiver is talking to the dispatcher or listening to the dispatcher back and forth a little bit, made a statement that she thinks she's hitting the shoulder. So the caller thinks she's hitting the shoulder.
Okay, has anybody been injured, ma'am?
So we're getting that question right after the caller just told her that she got hit in the shoulder. So I don't know if like the ears pricked up about what she was saying and that she's just now catching up with it. But again, when all this is happening, it's you're literally trying to control chaos here.
Okay.
And the school is in a panic, and I'm in the library.
Okay, so we have her personal location. She's in the library.
Students down under the tables, kids. Heads under
Good instructions too.
the tables. Kids are screaming. Some of the teachers
So kids are screaming.
are, trying to take control of things. We need police here.
Okay, we're getting them there.
Police here. We need a
Who is the student, ma'am?
All right, so we're trying to get more of the who. So it's not like she's not trying to get the who. So we have a where and a what. We're 43 seconds in. If you get the who before you hit the 45 and go into the additional details, 45 seconds, what I mean, that's perfectly fine.
I do not know who the student is.
Okay.
I saw.
All right, so we don't know who the shooter is. At that point, if you don't have that, this is a great time to ask the name of the person who's calling. Now, they mentioned that they think they were shot. You're going to want to get that person's name for this call, but also for any call that comes in.
A student outside. I was in hall duty. Okay. I was on hall duty. I saw a gun. I said, what's going on out there? And he says, oh, it's probably some video production. It's probably a joke. I said, well, I don't think that's a good idea. And I went walking outside. I can see this damn.
So this is what's considered an excited utterance for what's happening over there. But that's all fantastic stuff, particularly if in the situation, which this is not one of them, where the caller passes, then you have that information that you would have never had any other way.
See what was going on. He turned the gun straight at us and shot. And my God, the window went out. And the kid standing there with me, I think he got hit.
Okay.
Something in my shoulder.
Okay.
So right now what I'm hearing in the voice of the call receiver, keep in mind that your brain has mirror neurons. And you can pick up on another person's fear, their panic, all of that good stuff. The problem is when empathetic people, which a lot of us in the field are empathetic and actually care, that you can sometimes accidentally mirror your person calling you. when the opposite should be happening. They need to mirror you. You need to be the calm voice of authority, and they're supposed to come down to where you are. But this is such a novel situation that we're in that there's a little bit of mirroring in the other direction.
We've got help on the way, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Stay on the line with me.
Oh, God.
All right, and the reason why, again, staying on the line, this is an in-progress call, and everything that you're hearing and they're telling you is like you being there at the scene.
Hey, Ted, just stay down.
Do we know where he's at?
I'm sorry?
Do we know where he's at?
Okay. I'm in the library. He's up.
Okay, so we are right now a minute 21 in. I can hear that she's in the additional details, or at least in the beginning part of it, with the computer-aided dispatch. But we still don't have a who. Again, if you don't know who the perpetrator is, find out the name of the witness, the person talking to you, if they are willing to give that information to you.
Yes, he's right outside of here.
He's outside?
He's outside of this hall.
All right, so that's her ears pricked up on outside, as in, do we have a change of location? Because right now, the location that they have that they're trying to track down is in the hallway outside of the library. If suddenly they think that the location for the person has changed, then they're going to have to reposition everybody. So that's why she got excited on that.
Oh, outside of a hall or outside?
Hall.
Okay.
There we go. So just reconfirm. Never assume. Always confirm. And we don't have a change of situation. So the good thing is she was concerned about the change of situation, which needs to be immediately telegraphed to the dispatcher, to the responders, all of that, or no change of situation except for what's currently happening. So yeah, he did not go outside. They're still outside the library in the hall.
There are alarms and things going off now. Smoke. My God, smoke is like coming into this room.
Okay.
I've got the kids under the table here. I don't know what's happening in the rest of the building. I've also got smoke in the building. I don't know. I'm sure someone has to be calling 911 besides.
Yes, we've got a lot of people on.
Okay, we have a lot of people on, is a nice folksy way of putting it. Another way is, we have everyone on the way. That type of thing. It's perfectly fine to say that, but again, don't ever say that if it's not true.
Okay. I just want you to stay in the line with me. We need to know what's going on.
Okay.
Okay?
Awesome. So explaining what you're doing. It's a little bit like trying to explain somebody before you start CPR with them. You are now saying, I am on board with you. I am in a partnership with you. I need you to stay with me.
I'm on the floor.
Okay. And you've got the kids
in the
there?
library, and I've got every student in this library on the floor. You better stay on the floor.
Is there any way you can lock the doors?
Smoke is coming in from out there, and I'm a little bit.
Valid question, but again, don't send your callers in harm's way. This is definitely harm's way.
The gun is right outside the library door, okay?
Great. So another reclarification. The gun is right outside the library door. So if they can get like a brief overview of what the school looks like, that'll help narrow down their positioning and coming in with that.
I don't think I'm going to go out there. Okay, you're at Columbine High School.
All right. So she's declining, which is great. Let them decline if they're not comfortable. They're more aware of the situation around them than you are. And then now we're hearing in the background some of the other calls coming in.
Got 3 children. Okay, we got it, okay?
All right. And don't yell, we got it. Okay? There can be more than one witness. It's okay. I mean, I get where she's at on this. But it's kind of a reaction you'd have inside of your head and not have it come out. But yeah, you do have a call from the scene. There can be more people with more calls from the scene. It's an MCI. So you're not the only person who has information, or the caller that has information, right? More is always merrier.
I'm not going to go to the door to shut the door, okay? I've got the kids I got all the kids in the library on the...
We have paramedics, we have fire, and we have police en route, okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay, so this is why getting the name in that first 30 seconds, even if it's not the perpetrator, would have helped here. Because then you would have had the caller's name, and you could say, instead of saying sir, which is, I'm glad the caller didn't react to it, but you say sir. If they're not a sir, then, you've misgendered, which can cause people to go into behavior patterns you don't need. And then the other thing is it's very impersonal. So just say in the first 30 seconds, they got the name of the person calling, which they've been shot, so anything can happen with that. And if you don't get their name, then you don't have that documented, and that's a problem. But at this point, instead of saying, sir, you could have gone, if you had the name ahead of time, you could have gone addressing Patti by her name and say, okay, Patti, thank you. If you hear anything new, let me know, or, whatever the approaches they want to do with this. But, yeah, that's where having the name would have been more helpful.
Okay. Yes. I don't know. I can't believe he's not out of the woods. He just keeps shooting and shooting and shooting.
Okay, yeah, we've got a police officer on scene.
I thought it was...
Okay, just try and keep the kids in the library calm.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can block the door so no one can get in?
Excellent. So she's still trying to keep control of herself and the call, but there's a little bit of a break in the voice. So when you're trying to keep control of a call and yourself, you can go into a fight or flight response yourself, right? Your mouth will go dry. We're hearing her mouth go dry.
Do not.
Okay.
I guess I can try to go, but he's right outside that door. I'm afraid to go to the door.
That's okay.
That's where he is.
And now she's doing mirror, mirror, but now it's happening in the opposite direction. So now the call receiver is starting to mirror the caller, which can go in a whole other direction, but she does get a handle on it.
I'm not
Okay.
afraid to go there. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay, I told the kids to get on the floor. I told them to get under the table. All of the children are on the floor under the table.
All right, so this is really great. So Patti has all the kids under tables, which again gives a little bit of an extra barrier. Completely different nowadays.
Yeah, they're all under the tables.
Okay.
And
As long as we can just try and keep...
No one's saying a word.
Okay, as long as we can keep everyone there as calm as we can.
Yep, keep them as calm as you can, because panicked children run around and get, in the way.
I hear some yelling out there going on right now.
Yeah, we've got alarms going off now as well.
Yeah, there's one.
Yep, and then there's a comforting, like, yeah, we can see that too. We're here with you. It's a partnership.
This room is filled with smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
Keep everyone low to the floor.
Awesome. So, room filled with smoke? Absolutely. So not only are we on the floor for the, to make less of a target, but also because of smoke now.
Yeah. Yeah. Everyone's up. Okay. Everyone stay on the floor. Stay on the floor. Stay under the table.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, I know, just...
I don't know. I said, what is that kid got? He was outside at the time. And I was on...
So now we have excited utterances, which is great. And that means that the caller is just starting to dialogue on things that they might have heard or seen.
Oh, God. And he's trying, he's like, woo, woo, woo.
I know.
Things are being shut off. I do not know who this...
And so that's her comforting. So doing the I know, I think is something specific to that person for what they think a comforting is. Because it actually works in this call. It's just not something that I would ever use.
It was. I don't even think I saw him. He was wearing black. He didn't look very large. Male student.
All right, wearing black, male student, getting great information from this witness who is actually dealing with a gunshot wound themselves.
He was out there shooting. It looked like he was pointing out and shooting, and somebody, I said, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
I said, what's going on out there? This wiretap gun. It's probably for video production. You know, they do these video
Right.
and the kids, I said, well, that's not, you know.
And as you know, this is one of those times when you can assume, but now you can hear it. So everything that, again, Patty is saying in the call is being put inside that that actual open call. So you can actually reopen a call, add more detail. Used to be that you had to get out of the call to get back in the call. Not the same anymore. Now everybody can be on the, look at the same information at the same time, which is great. But yeah, so she's updating and adding all the excited utterances that she's getting, which is fantastic.
A play gun, a real gun. I was going out there to say no.
Mm-hmm.
And I went, oh my God, that was really close. That was
Okay. What's your name, ma'am?
Okay, so she just said, I think he's coming into the library. We are now 4 minutes 30 in, and the receiver is just now asking for the caller's name. Really, get those names in the first 30 seconds and avoid all of those problems.
Patty? Okay.
And now we have a change of circumstances. Now he's actually physically in the same room as the caller.
I have him in the library shooting at students.
All right, so you can hear in the background, telling her dispatcher the change of circumstance.
Having the library on the phone.
Okay, try and keep as many people down as we can. Okay. Do you know who he is? Okay.
So this is really good to double back on that, because now the person might be in visibility range. She might be able to see them in a better light. So it doesn't hurt to ask again, because they still don't know who the shooter is at that point. All right, you're hearing other call receivers in the background giving directions, So with that, they have a student, it sounds like. That's because they're talking with a deep, deep empathy tone. So it sounds like they're talking to a younger person and having them be under the desk. All right. So that's all I have of that call, and the rest is history. But all in all, they did a really good job. I mean, minus a few times where it's hard to keep yourself together knowing what's going on, right? But they kept it together, but you could hear just a little bit where they were getting close to that fight or flight response, that panic to creep in, making their mouth dry. You can always take a moment and breathe when that happens. Don't let the panic take you. Because, yeah, there's a tiger, but the tiger is not trying to get you, it's getting them. So if, the closer that you can get your teams, the faster to the right place, the right response in the right amount of time. But all in all, pretty decent call. Again, my nitpick about getting the name in the first 30 seconds, whether it's, the name of the shooter, the name of the caller, or both. If you have the name, then you can address them by that name. That helps keep call control if you use a person's name, especially if they're feeling their own fight or flight response. And you wouldn't misgender and call a ma'am a sir, or a sir a ma'am. And you could just say, say their name and say, hey, Patty. And people hear their name no matter what's going on. Very, very interesting call. Tragic situation. A lot has changed since then with safety in schools. And it changed the world. At least it did for everybody in the U.S. With that, though, guys, please take care. Stay safe. Don't be naughty. And until next time, bye-bye.